Amanda Wernicke.
All right, to confirm you consent to this oral history being archived at the University of Florida, can you consent to that, please?
Yes.
Awesome. Can you tell me your age, if you label your sexual and or gender identity, and what your pronouns are?
My pronouns are hers, her, she. My age is 28, and I consider myself queer and bisexual.
Great. How did you come to identify as queer and bisexual?
I have known since at least high school that I am interested in people of multiple genders. And also like hearing about the Kinsey scale and just recognizing that I was in the middle of it. Yeah.
How are you enjoying the parade today?
I've had a pretty mixed experience. This is actually my first Pride. I came out publicly after Pulse last year and started getting involved in my company's LGBT group because I had friends at work that are gay and lesbian and bisexual, and so that was like the first place where I was like starting to connect with the community for the most part, and like meeting people through those people. And it was a really big deal that we're marching in the parade as a company this year, although it was really more the individuals in the corporate group that like made it happen rather than like a top-down thing. So we only had a turnout of maybe 35 people. So that was kind of disappointing. And then we were standing around in the staging area for from like 4:30 to 6:45-ish, I'd say. And by that point, I was getting really tired and hungry and needed to use the bathroom. So I kind of bailed on that group, which I feel bad about. They did finally get to march, which I'm glad about. It's been fun to finally see things like this. This is awesome. I've never this is amazing. Like sometimes the energy is so high, and other times, people get spread out and are not really. I don't think I got a real Pride experience this year because of the disruptions and like change in the route and so forth. But I also did a lot of reading about No Justice, No Pride, and I've been, wow. Can you just wait a minute? So I had heard about them maybe a month ago. I knew that they were organizing. I recently have been getting involved a little bit with the Surge, which is the Showing Up for Racial Justice, Northern Virginia, where I live, and like been reading a lot about the Black Lives Matter movement. I went to a Black Lives Matter like training. And so I understand where they're coming from. I read their press releases. I think they have a lot of good points. And I was really torn between going to Pride for the first time with my friends from work and supporting really where No Justice, No Pride is coming from. I wasn't surprised because that there were disruptions because I knew it was being planned. And I was trying to explain to people that I was marching with, like where they were coming from, and I do hope that Capitol Pride will change more of the way they run things and open up more spots in their like executive leadership. I mean, otherwise, I think they are sort of making themselves not as relevant as they should be.
Yeah, so on that point,
Yeah.
do you think that the LGBT movement and its allies are doing enough to be inclusive?
No, I mean, I think that we need to do more. Yeah, for sure. I think that leadership positions should definitely preference people who are not like white cis men, basically, who represent and understand more of the oppressions that people who are not white cis men experience.
And how do you think coming out has affected your life as a person and also your identification as an American?
I waited until after I was married to a heterosexual man to come out, so it hasn't really affected my life that much in terms of like who I interact with. I'm trying to get more involved in the queer community, and like that's kind of what this year has been sort of about. And I don't know that it changes my perception of what was the part about being an American?
Yeah, how do you think coming out as a queer person has changed your perception of yourself as an American?
I don't think it changes it a lot. I think other things like travel and you know, talking to people who are not from the United States shape that more than being queer does.
Okay, one more question.
Okay.
The march today, the protest tomorrow, how would ideally this impact America? What's the impact you want to see?
Aaron Brett Taylor called you on it.
I mean, ideally, people in power would listen, but I don't have a lot of faith that that will be the case given the current administration in the White House. So I hope that people will read about Pride being disrupted by No Justice, No Pride, and they'll learn more about what they were asking for and fighting for and standing up for. And that'll move us closer to you know, less mass incarceration, changing the way that police interact with particularly queer communities and people of color. I think, yeah, that's what I would ideally want, yeah.
Great, thank you so much.
Thanks.